Well, you're about to see my guide trip with professional fisherman and Lake Fork guide Mark Pack. We went out for about 2 hours before some storms got us off the lake. So take a look at us drop shot fishing. We were actually using 9-pound leader line catching these bass, and it was pretty fun.
Put an ice chest running right there today. Right there. Yeah, throw straight back, just about straight back. You don't want to work it all the way to the boat. You do that a half mile out there.
I saw it just pulled.
Got that one out there. I think you got that one out there, buddy. Just a little flick of the wrist, wasn't it?
They gave me a new one.
They won what?
Uh,
Oh, did they?
that's one good thing about video, and I showed the video of the profile casting. Put a picture of it, took the video video, put it on my iPad, took it up there, showed him. Said,
There's the evidence.
there wasn't no mark on it. You can tell I didn't knock it in the locker or anything. It just broke.
Is that your new rod there?
And they replaced it.
You go to their factory?
Yeah, the factory's just over there in Dallas, over there close to where I used to work.
What kind of reel's that?
That is Captain Garcia Revo.
Oh, okay. Lose it? Huh?
Took it.
You got a bite, huh? First cast with that drop shot. Good one. Ain't bad. Ain't respectable. Yeah. Find you a boat yet? What was you looking at, a Phoenix?
Trying to get this, like 19 footer.
Yeah.
I'm still about a month or two from being able to really start looking hard. Still trying to finish paying off the other boat.
What is it, a tractor?
Go. 7,500 on it right now. When I get it under 5, I'll go and see what kind of trade-ins they'll give me.
Get him, buddy. Coming up. Coming up. He gonna talk to you. Coming up. He's a fighter, isn't he? He is a fighter. Swallow that thing. Sleep.
You heard any? I heard one of the bass pros say when they bleed like that, pour Sprite down the throat.
Yeah, any kind of a carbonated, like carbonated water. Right works. Mountain Dew works. Just anything like that. That carbonation stops it. It works. Sprite's probably the best for 7-Up. A lot of fish right here. They're good ones. They're good ones right here. Good one, ain't it? That's a missile right there, buddy.
Jumper's over here.
You like that old small worm, dude. You pulling some drag. Pulling some drag, man. That's a good one there.
Oh yeah, that's a nice slot fish right there.
Yeah. All right. Those are fun to catch right there. 4 pounders. 3, 4 pounders, 5 pounders. Huh?
Especially on 9 pounds here.
I know. It's on 9-pound test, man. Gamma. The gamma is strong. Gamma. Gamma is strong. Get another one. I'm trying. They gotta bite me. There's another hump over by that tree. Most people fish over there. This is where the pond dam starts. It runs all the way across right here.
Yeah, we fished the other side of it over here one time when I fished with him.
Hey, all you gotta do is talk to him. Right? All you gotta do is talk to him. He's a jumper. My line hung up in here. Got a jumper. Got a jumper. Got some big ones in here the other day. We got a big one. Show that camera. Show them people that fish. There we go. Good one.
Not where you can see it.
Good tournament fish. Need another worm, you alright? Should have gave me that little worm. I like that little one better, don't I? He's another chunk. Yes, sir. There we go, boy. Bunch of, like 40 of them down there when I grabbed them. Pull a drag. the other side. We got a tail wagger. There's a tail wagger. He's a fighter. This is after a little ways, wasn't he?
Pretty good one there. I'll catch these all day.
Keep going.
Yeah. Well, he's probably over.
Yeah. 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 They liking that little worm, ain't they? That one? Little one. He's fine though. Those are good unders, ain't they?
Yeah.
Darn. My worm up. I was just sitting there and he hit it. I wasn't even doing nothing. All of a sudden on there, ain't it? This would be a good tournament hole, wouldn't it? Well, he's out there a ways, wasn't
He pulled out the drag.
he? Get some good
He's
content
out
here.
there farther than what I cast.
Yeah. It's a little drag. They hit it, just gets heavy, don't it? Where is he?
Down there.
We're catching him on 9-pound test, man. That leader is 9-pound test. Pretty strong for 9-pound test, ain't it? Fall out of the boat back. They eat it? Oh, you got it. You don't need another worm, though, ain't you? Man, that's a good under right. That's a good under right there, buddy.
That'll get you a check there.
That's a money fish right there, buddy. Money fish. Good one, ain't it? That's a missile right there, buddy.
Yep, he's over here.
You like that old small worm, baby. You pulling some drag. Pulling some drag, man. That's a good one there.
Oh yeah, that's a nice slot fish right there.
Yeah. All right. got bit? He'll come back and get it. Well, that one you caught was a good one, wasn't it? That was a fighter too, wasn't it? The last one I caught was a fighter. That one I caught was a fighter. Get him. Got on? Big is it? Another tournament fish? Tournament fish? Smooth. It's real smooth. Oh, okay. Should have gave me that little worm. I like that little one better, don't they? He's another chunk. Yes, sir. There we go, boy. There we go, boy.
All right, man. I kind of started the stream up. I was remembering a good friend of mine. This was about 5 years ago. He died of COVID about a month afterwards, and that was just a tragic thing. He was such a good guy. Um, the sad thing is, while we were on this trip, we had planned a whole new series of videos that we were going to do together, and it would have been great because what Mark knew about Lake Fork and fishing, when he passed away, a lot went with him. And the one thing that we were going to archive a bunch of that was something that we had planned on doing and we didn't get to do. He was a really good friend. And like I said, this was kind of on close to the anniversary of both his birthday and the last time that we went out. Because it was about this time in 2020 when we shot this video. He was such a really good friend. He's a dude that I do miss. He never got to see my new boat that I got because of COVID got delayed. And what's the funny thing about it? We caught about at least 20 more fish I didn't get on video because he was one of the Skeeter pros, even though he wasn't fishing anymore, just because of who he was on Lake Fork. And he founded two different bait companies. Um, and what was funny about that is he's talking about that I gave him that worm. That's when I first started hand pouring lures. So I saw the one that he was using, and I downsized the worm. And after I was catching them, and he wasn't, uh, he asked me if I was using something different, and I go, "Yeah, I'm using a version of that worm that you're doing, but a finesse version instead of the trick worm." He was using a Zoom trick worm, and I was using a finesse worm that I made, and so I gave him a bunch of them, and that's why he kept saying, "Well, you shouldn't have gave me that little worm." Oh man, I miss that guy so much, man. Uh, yeah, we're man. If we could have got the videos that we talked about doing, it would have been some great stuff. But never happened. Never got to do it. That was the craziest thing ever because I had talked to him on the phone, and gosh, it just put me right back in the galaxy. It put me right. I talked to him on the phone the Friday before he went into the hospital, and he was fine. Um, and that next Monday, I get a text message from a mutual friend. Goes, Mark's in the hospital for COVID. Now, COVID, I go, he was fine just a few days ago. I talked to him about, I found a graph that he was looking for, and he, no, he's sick now, and I'm like, oh no. And but I tell you what, man, even though he fished primarily on FLW, but he did fish some of the opens and stuff like that for bass. Bass, I have a lot of issues with the way bass treats their anglers and stuff like that. That's why I don't promote them that hard, or I didn't before when I was doing the thing. Um, but they did them right. They when they were doing they did one of their events here on Lake Fork. They had like a little ceremony that was after one of the days fishing, remembering Mark and all the pros that he, and it was quite a few. There were more guys that I didn't know that he knew came forward and said, "Man, he's one of the reasons I'm still fishing. That first year was so tough. He made sure I had what I needed and gave me a job working, either working in the lure company or helping him taking some of his clients fishing for like at Lake Fork. So many came forward, that was great to see because, uh, but he won the Walmart Open, which is for more money than what he won the Walmart Open in the '90s for more money than what the guys win today if they win except for the Classic, of course. Uh, but it isn't that much lower than the Classic. Let me tell you that. One time FLW, I wish they would have taken over as the more dominant. Um, because what these guys, okay, so let's go ahead and do these claims. Somebody was asking earlier in the stream what's a good sourcing of para, and it's this monavine loop, but once you get it mastered, you get a pull every day. Let's see. As you can see, I got 12 billion regular. I got another 9 right there, so that's a good sourcing of the regular resources. And then I got some okay version of the Sigma. Again, I got more para right there. So these loops right here, far as the monavine, let's go ahead and look and see all you get. Where's the regular one? There's regular ones. Oh, here we go. But let's see what we got here. Yeah, I slept a little longer than I thought I was going to, but I was exhausted. I think y'all could probably tell that in the stream. I was just really tired. I didn't, like I said, I literally went 36 hours without sleeping. All right, let's see if we got any. Um, let's send one of my ships up top. And I'll use it to do dailies too while I'm up here. Let's send, and we just got some jump juice. We'll go ahead and use it, I guess. So I guess is it here? Here, it's here, right here. So we'll jump. Whoops, no, excuse it. Let's use the other one. We'll do this and move out because it's easier to mine outside it. Okay. I need to go back and look at the events. I forgot what events I didn't do earlier today. I think I did most of them. It was really light except for faction hunt. Okay, let's see. I think it's this one. Set course and jump. All right, let's go. Park up here. First, we're going to go ahead and make that rare pull. I thought I did it on stream, but I guess I didn't. I saw it sitting there because that'll give us some directives. And I'm gonna go ahead and just equip my Kretschner, whoops, for that. So if I do have one, I can get it done. All right, let's go alliances, and we'll go in here and make this pull. I thought I did this earlier though. I was pretty sure that I did. So we got 300 in galactic acclaim. We got some speed ups, some uncommon crystal. Okay, so yeah, I missed that guy, man. I mean, even when I didn't go fishing with him, I used to go up to the little eating cafe that he used to frequent quite a lot, and we'd go up there and just talk bullcrap for. And when he had his store up there, when he was a part owner of Lake Fork Tackle and the little store they have up there. I used to go and see him all the time, even before I fished with him. I knew him before I actually knew him, you know. We always talked when he went in there, and he'd ask me. He would always catch me he'd always ask me, did I go catching or fishing? That was his favorite line. And I told him I did a whole lot of fishing today, and he would start laughing. Hey, what you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be catching. You're supposed to go out catching. Oh my God, he was such a great guy. Yeah, the world's a little bit a lesser place without him. That's for dang sure. That is for dang sure. It looks like it has my cube sitting there, and I don't have. It's not outside the station. I don't know why it's doing that, but Mark was such a great, incredible guy. He's definitely missed. He's definitely missed, not by me, but a few other guys. We'll talk about Mark all the time because, uh, like I said, I knew him. I knew him for years before I finally got to go fishing with him. Because when I first started Lake Fork, he was I wasn't sure whether he was guiding full time or not still, or he was guiding at all. He was on the tour, but um, but when I went back to Lake Fork, I probably went out fishing with Mark. I don't know, maybe some. I would say 15, 20 times maybe. Um, you know, first is just a regular client that he knew, and then we were pretty much friends after that. That video there we just shot. He told me, "Hey man, you won't believe how I'm fishing right now. I'm catching them on a drop shot." I said, "Mark Pack using a drop shot? I gotta see this." He goes, "Well, yeah, come out here. We'll go between my trips. I got a day trip and a evening trip. Let's go out and fish for about 3 hours, and we'll get some stuff on tape." And that's what we did. We did it 2 Fridays in a row. I think that was the second video. It's the only one I could find offhand real quick that I knew that was the right one. Because I've got a whole bunch of other videos that I shot with me and Mark. That was the one I wanted to post though, because that was the last time that we'd fished together. And but Mark was just a good guy. I mean, there's really, like I said, the world's not a better place without him. I can guarantee that. He sure the heck isn't. Like I said, he was maybe. I mean, I've got some decent guide friends. I got Roy and Mike McFarland and a few others, but I'd known Mark the longest, and then I guess Roy after that. But there's probably two. There's probably two men I have learned the most from was Roy and Mark, because Mark was easily. You went in there at the store and you weren't catching them. He would tell you what you needed to be doing. Like even though he wasn't really guiding full time, but he fished that lake from the very beginning of when they let you. So he knew that lake. Like I said, my friend Roy and him probably know more about the lake than forgot more about that lake than most of these other guides know. And there's some good guides out there now. I won't say that there isn't, but the community lost a great man when he passed. There won't be. I don't think there will be another man like Mark. Okay, so I'm back. Let's see. Let's go ahead and repair. Did I make the claim already? I think I did. I don't know if I made the pull. I'm sitting there thinking about Mark. Sorry. But, okay, no, I didn't. Good. Because I really. So it was enough to give me. Dang it. Look, I'm just barely off of being able to making a double pull. So I got a bunch of hazard material, galactic acclaim, some 5-star. They get any 6-star stuff worth mentioning. A little bit of rare ore. The rest of it's meh. But the big thing that you get in here is these. I got that's kind of a low pull for a galactic acclaim, actually. Uh, so I got a so-so pull, but still got some loot. All right, let's think of what we need to do. Let's look at the events. Okay, I'm done with the battle pass. I think I'm done with all Khan's challenges today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it still kind of chaps me that ripped me off a task in that alliance. Let's go back and see if maybe it fixed itself. Still 3 for 3. And it only gave me 2. Oh, man, that's such BS. Let's see where we're at on the alliance leaderboard. Looks like we're gonna stay a solid third. We've been in third most of the whole tournament. We did have a shot at them in for second, but we don't now. It doesn't look like many other people. Not enough people on ours are stepping up. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get my cube. I'm gonna go ahead and use it to do my dailies today. Let's find my PvE crew. Here we go. Load them up. What? It didn't change my lower deck. Okay, I got my chapel in here, but all these other ones are weird. Oh, they might be in my. They might. Yeah, I think I finished my. Oh no, I didn't. That's a problem. Right there. Okay, let's go ahead and fix this. So how's y'all's day going? How's your weekend going? Mine, I mostly worked or slept, so not a lot to talk about. I am going to the Ranger game on Tuesday night, which I'm excited. I'm going with I'm going to go with a good dear friend of mine. We go to the Ranger game like once a year. He was one of my dear friends in my 20s, and we just recently reconnected again. As far as and we maybe about I don't know maybe I guess it was before COVID because we didn't get to go to the Ranger game on that year. I remember, but what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm putting the wrong crew in here. So yeah, I need to go and do the title. I was trying to type in the title, and instead of pushing uh, shift, it went enter, and they don't have any way to change it. So the title on it's jacked up tonight. I'm gonna have to go back and fix it when I get through here. So that's probably gonna hurt my viewership tonight because I don't have anything on here. Oh Lord. All right, so let's so if y'all want to see some more videos from my old videos shows that I had on here, let me know. I'll definitely start doing that again and start the show or the stream doing something like that again, or end one maybe even. I'd have to go in the archives of stuff that I had. A lot of it I didn't save because it just got to the where it's taking up so much disk space. Because I never saw a day of me having to take it down. That was the problem. But unfortunately, that happened because of the damn scammers. Had to change phone numbers and kill my two of my Google three. Again, no, actually four Google accounts and one Yahoo account because let's see where I read. My head's kind of so we need the. There's our Armada crew. There it is, right there. So now we got our people in there we need. So let's go ahead and we'll go into this space first. Whoops, wrong ship. I had that. How did it get there? I toggled the other one. I just got through setting the. Let's go ahead and jump. I'm gonna do like I did last time. I'm gonna go do one in all three. That way I'll get them on all. So let's get as many as we can. Oh, I don't think I got the effect on. Let's go put the effect on. I like having it doing this. All right, find it. Here we go. All right, let's get back in there. All right, let's go. Let's see if we got any 71s in here. I don't see any. There's 170. We may have to move up. But sometimes they'll spawn while you're hitting the other ones. But if they don't, then we're going to go ahead and there's another one. We may end up having to smash it anyway if no other ones spawn. There's one way up here. It takes a lot to yeah. If we get enough to charge this fully, we'll hit that and then go. We're almost there. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this one while I'm in there and get that thing charged so we can. There's another 70 it's interceptor, but this is just so light in here. Okay, let's pop it and destroy it and get going the other side. Okay, let's go. Yeah, you guys are being pretty quiet tonight. Oh, distracted. Okay. This one has a decent amount in it. See, I'm wanting to get at least, as far as the daily goals in here, I'm wanting to get, to get this up a little higher. Here we go. But yeah, I want to go back out and do some new videos. I mean, since I got COVID, I haven't really fished a lot. I got a brand new Phoenix bass boat. I mean, it's almost pro level, and I've taken it out like 8 times since I got it, just because I've been so sick. And now I work days I work, the guys I used to fish with aren't available, so it makes it kind of tough. I'm gonna have to go do something I don't, with my health condition. I really don't need to do is go out and fish by myself, which um, is not the. Most of the time I would say is not the smartest thing to do anyway, but it's either that or sell the boat, one or the other. And I really don't want to sell the boat, but right now I don't have anyone to really fish with me on the days that I can fish now. And I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling better enough that I might want to try to do some fishing. But there was a long period of time where I was just trashed, totally and completely trashed, and didn't feel like. I mean, there were a couple times where I said, "Hey, let's go fishing," and then that day of, I had to cancel because I just didn't have any energy to do it. Yeah, my artifact, I want to use some of that loot to upgrade it. Now I can load up to 11 hostiles in here. I saw a figure that somebody released on the private Discord. I don't know whether I can share it or not, but it was saying that the average player on the US server is an average of 30 ops 36. So that is the reason. If you guys want to know why they put everything starting at ops 40, is that they're trying to push people to a higher ops level by putting those walls behind the certain uh, stuff, and that's I kind of see it's hard to gauge. Um, the I would say a active player on this server, and not some guy that's a complete coattail rider, but uh, a guy who's actively playing, trying to do the uh, to me on this server should be pushing 60. If they're not, I would say if they're below at ops level 56 on this server, then they're not a serious player. I think that would be the more better way to judge it, because there are a lot of dead accounts where people had to restart their game and they got a dead player on another server. Uh, so I don't know if how they're counting these things. I mean, they need to have a way where they can count active serious players, not the other people. I believe that number is a lot higher than that. I don't believe it's a fit at 36. I think if you, because I've got about at least five times where I had to reload the game, and it puts, because what it does when you reload the game, now they've got I understand they got a thing right now where you can automatically load your account, but that's not the way they used to do it. You used to have to play up until the part where that Geordie tutorial doesn't make you do things. So you're sitting there uh, maybe taking it up to ops 3 or something before you can even get control of the game yourself or something like that. I don't remember, but I know I had to reload this game after something got broke, and after I got a new iPad, or even this, when I got this one here, I had to reload on another server until I got to the point where I could get to this window. And I don't know if they're counting all those, because there's probably there are probably thousands of those dead accounts around. But there is let me see if I can find it in here. Um, Before you get to this loads, there's a deal where you can load on to Scopely. I think it's somewhere around here. But since I'm already loaded, you don't see that. But 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 yeah, I saw some graphics somebody put up. I think it was one of the community managers put up there that it told U.S. servers, uh, UK servers, Europe servers, and that whatever that third uh, server is over there. I can't remember what they call it now, but yeah, that I saw it and I'm like, yeah, I really don't believe that. I just really don't. Okay, so now let's go. How far did we get? Okay, we got that one, and that one. Okay, we did a pretty decent job on that first round. Okay, let's do the same on. We're gonna go to Fed space next, and I'm just gonna jump there. I'm not gonna move my stuff there. I should put up a couple of miners, but I'm not. Two easy targets there. Okay, we're gonna go in Shannon's system first. These might be a little harder because of the event that's going on. Okay, let's see if we got any 70s in here. Okay. Looks like it's real light with 70s in this system. I kind of feared that it would be. because there's two events. There's faction hunt to begin with, and then you got that cons challenge for Federation ships. So you've got two reasons for people to come here and use these systems. Yeah, we've always get spammers. We always do. There's always some. I wonder how many, if any. I wonder if anybody ever goes and checks that shit out. That's a good way to get your malware on your computer, guys. Yeah, I'm starting to. After I got that affiliate status here in YouTube, I'm starting to get. They must sell their stuff to these people who buy users or whatever for your account, because I'm starting to get inundated with those type of deals. Look at this, man. One of these, man. This is going to be hard to do. This one. I just want to finish my Klingon one out. Dang, man, this sucks. See, the 69s will help me for faction hunt, but it won't help me for my dailies. Come on, there's got to be maybe if I pop a few of these, I can cause it to spawn some 70s because I need 70s. I don't need 69s. Yeah, I mean, this system here shouldn't have any 69s, and it should be all 70s and 71s, the deeper system. There we go. There's a 70 there. There's a 70 there. This is going to be really hard if I'm going to have to cause them to spawn them. There's a 71. Come on, there's a 71 way over here. Yeah, the one that's going to hurt me more is Romulan because I'm not going to get that first milestone, I don't think. What does it tell me I had a... Come on, give me another 70 somewhere. Just need enough where I can get that Klingon milestone. There's a 70 there. Let's go ahead and... 71 up there. There's another 71 there. I might have got that milestone for the Klingons, maybe. There's a 70 there. We'll see if we can cue that one. There's one up here. Let's find a... Yeah, I wanted to go to church today, but I was just too tired. That, like I say, it was a long week at work, man. We had issues, and I didn't sleep at all on Friday. Made it really, really tough. Okay, let's go ahead and see which ones we redeemed. Go to daily goals. Okay, let's go into Klingon now. We may have to go back into the Romulan to finish out the Federation one. Let's go. What am I doing? Well, these are spawning pretty good here.
might finish the whole thing on the one system. That would be a first in a long time to be able to do that. I've never seen so many 70s in a system in a while. Basically killing them the whole time. There's one. There's another 71. Two 71s. Gosh, I didn't get to go see my nephews today. I feel bad about that. I'm gonna go see them on Monday though. Tuesday, we're all going to the Ranger game together. I was gonna. I wanted to go over to the house and kind of build the excitement about that. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, it was a good thing. My nephew bought the tickets to the wrong day, a day I was already going to the range. We're all going to go together. Yeah, but I'm going to go see them there. If they got the seats where I told him to get the seats, uh, first it was going to be me and my middle nephew, Tyler. I was going to take him for winning his championship. And then uh, my nephew said, well, we want to go too. Can we go? And I go, yeah. Uh, so to make it easier, so we could get tickets in the same place, I told my nephew to go ahead and buy tickets, and I'll give him the cash for it. But he bought the wrong day. He bought the day I was already going. So we're gonna go see them while I let my good friend see my little nephews. He's heard me talk about them for a long time. So he gets to see them. I wouldn't doubt that one of them will be going back with us, wanting to sit with us. Was kind of disappointed because I really wanted to take Tyler to the game, just me and him, but I really couldn't say no because I didn't want to. Because he'd been wanting to go do something with me for a while. Now that he's 5 years old. But all three of them are really good kids. They told me the last time they went, the 3-year-old was even into the game, which doesn't shock me. But the stuff that he likes, I wouldn't figure that baseball would be one he would want to sit and watch. Let's see, we got both of those. Do we have any left? I think let's see if we have any of the. No, all the combat ones are done now.
Okay. All right, that worked out. It worked out good. Let's see where we're at on the faction hunt crap. All right. Okay, the Romulan ones are all completed. Okay, so let's see how many we need for. We're gonna need one for. So we need to do Romulan ships for Klingons, so that's gonna be easy. We just go out here. We'll just go somewhere and pound some of them. Let's see where I'm at. That's not it. Let's take him to the. I think that one's one that doesn't have hazards in it. We'll just go in there and finish it with it. Let's see what we got for drops. We might have got some speed ups. Let's see. Just repair ones. Let's see. Which one of the other one I think I need to do? I need to clear. Federation Klingon ships. I'm gonna send. I'm gonna send my Krechna into Klingon space while I'm doing this, and we'll move over there. And just pick them. It doesn't really matter. I just won't pick these. I can use those to charge it to. Just trying to get this done. This last milestone done on the faction hunts is almost done. Oh, oh. I think that gets it. So I'm gonna let it kill all these and see if I can get. I think I'm full. No, I'm not. Let's get this before it is. Let's fly it back. Recall. I'm gonna give you a refill. Oh, these are flying back. Okay, we got that back. We still got 4 minutes left in here. So what I'm going to do in that 4 minutes is I'm going to go ahead and check for OPC here in mirror space. I'm not mirror space, but in Romulan space while I'm here. Need to get the Revenant. Come on, Joe. You need to change ships. You don't need to change crew yet. Let's swap ships first. Let's grab the Revenant. All right, let's see. Let's just stack the lower deck. What the heck? I wonder why Pella wasn't already in there. Just go strength then. All right, where are we? Okay, let's first look at our system. I didn't see anybody mining in here though. Okay, let's go lower. It's the time of night that the guys start setting up their ships for OPC for the mining event tomorrow. Man, last Monday night was awesome. Monday night, Tuesday morning. Like I said, I got well over 30 million in mats, OPC hunting. So it looks like I need to, once I get back there, need to send it back because my correction is going to be in uh, Klingon space at that point. But at least I might be able to clear one system. And if they're not done, I'll know that there's some people mining in there to look for later. Yeah, the farmers on Discord are trying to put that you can't hit ops 61 to 63 in uh, 6-star space, which they voted on it. Well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Oh, there's an enemy. Let's see what has he got any OPC? No. He's actually pretty good about not going OPC. I kill his ships a lot, but he's never over the cargo, but he's got the red dot on him. I don't think I've ever got him OPC even when he wasn't a red dot. He's a smart miner, but he's a red dot. All right, so we're gonna move into Klingon space as soon as this Revenant gets back. Let's go ahead and look through. I haven't looked at some of this stuff at all today, so let's look and see if I got any redemptions. Like I said, I was dog tired. I was surprised I lasted as long as I did in the stream earlier today. Looking Federation. Okay, I got all three of those. Okay, I need to look and see if I got any messages. Yeah. And then I also need to go and make my pulls from our. I think they're. Yeah, I thought I got those earlier. So I don't think there's anything in here except for that. I know I don't have enough galactic acclaim to finish my Kretschna out. But we'll go in here and do Federation, go all the way to the bottom. Messages, no, but we do have some refits material to use. And like I said, I'm 3/4 the way there on that. Oh, come on. Oh, it does have a slider. I should have used it. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, augment. Okay, I do have some of the daily claims. I already did all the ones off the loop ones already. All right. Ought to be able to give me a. Let's get some DeMarco shards here. Here we go. Getting close, guys. Getting close. Yeah. I'm getting close where I'm done with the using this loot from here for research. I only got a couple more of those to do that uses them right now, and that some of them might use them towards the end. I don't know yet, but after that, I'll be using them all to get con. I'll use it in the upgrades here and get
the con skill points here. I mean, these I don't need. I'm maxed out on reputation, and I don't need any more for him. So that's good. Nothing in there. Pull this. Let's see. There's some of the stuff I have to pull. I'm not going to pull that. I might go do some. Okay, do some to tear it out because I want those other stuff. Let's get this. Oh, you definitely use this the next couple of days. Looking for them. I wish they had like I said, if they had redemptions for where I could redeem 4 5-star materials for 6, then it would open up some of them loops again. Let's see. I need to make a pull in the X-Borg store. I don't usually don't do it during an alliance tournament because there is a lower task that you can go in and use some X-Borg credits to do it. So I don't usually make pulls during the alliance tournament. That way, if I have a pinch and I need that one, I've got stuff to spend stuff on. And this is like the biggest travesty of them all. Look, I'm going to make a full pull for 24 trillion in regular resources for that measly sum. 3.4 trillion for. And then finally, it's a freaking joke. Because repair. Let's locate. Oh, here's our dude. Is this our dude that's putting all the trash ships out again? Yeah. All right, let's dock right next to him. We're going to get rid of all his trash ships. Okay, dock. Okay, let's see. Which one is this one? This one is... I'm pretty sure that this is a 4-star ship. If he has a Nova out, I'll leave it alone, but all the rest of them die. Okay, there's a Nova. I'll leave that one alone. Even though it is really too slow to be mining in here. Here's a damn 3-star. Another 3-star. Well, he's docked right here, so he can put those in here. He's right. He's one of these blue ships. He does this every so often. We have to come in and kill these because he's taking up nodes from guys that could actually use them. Yeah, it's a 6-star. Otherwise, I'd leave him alone. But there's There's really no. I mean, you here. Let me just so you guys who don't understand what I'm talking about here. I'll put one out and show you what I mean. Right, here's one. Here's one of his. Here's a 4-star ship that he had out. The exact same one. Mine's tiered up a hell of a lot higher than his, so mine will probably do twice as fast. And you can see to do that, it would take you over 2 days to pull that. Let's see, let's find a smaller one, so you can really gives you the idea of what's going on there. Here's ones. Look, 18 hours to pull 11, 115,000 or almost 115, 16, 18 hours to do this. Almost the whole event. You'd be sitting on here the whole event. But go ahead. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put my big boy on here. Let's see. Where's he at? There he is. Compared to the real miner, I pull this in 30 minutes. I should really kill this one too, but the rate's not that great. But if he doesn't have a Selkie, then this is the best he can throw out there, and I'll leave that alone. But I'm not going to let him put trash ships out here for. Okay, so how I might as well be using a warship to mine up there. And we've told guys, there's guys in my alliance that are up here. We've said if you see him up there to kill these ships, don't let him do this. Oh, good. Here we go. Enemy time. Yeah. That was bad luck. That was real bad luck on his part. Maybe, but still, we'd kill the Voyager if we saw the Voyager on a on a node up here. Okay. See, he's a Op 62 now. He should have at least 1 or 2 Selkies. If he doesn't, then he doesn't need to be at Op 62. Yeah, exactly. And if you let him do it, then you're going to see the whole system filled up with guys that don't belong at the ops level where they're at, and they'll just clog a whole system. So that's why you have to stop that. But I will leave his Selkie, his Nova, because that might be the best mining ship he's got. And if it is, then he doesn't need to be at 62. He needed to stay at 60 until he had his blueprints. But anyway, let's get busy back to what we need to do. And we're gonna go into I think is it this system? No, here it is right here. Yeah, we'll get them. You know, if they think they're going to. I need to probably need to pull this out since I popped him and he knows I'm in here.
Probably not a good idea to leave this one out. Okay, I think I can, let's see where I can safely mine here. Okay, let's see what the, okay, no. I know I can't reach there without Grush. Okay. Let's change ships. I think that's a Federation ship that I need to put there. Where'd it go? I passed it. Here we go, the Federation ship. I think that's the one I need to put there because of the hazard. Yeah, okay, so now we got to get it to where it can get there. And we need Mr. Grush. Let's put it in for her. I might as well put mining people on. Well, I got them all. Oh, stupid. I'll be glad when I'm done with those stupid away missions. Okay, let's put put him there. Okay, you know what I could put? What's his name, the blue guy there. And we'll put Dixon Hill. And I don't think I got anybody else that doesn't even help me mining. As bad as I really don't think I ever thought would say this coming out of my mouth. They really need a couple more lower deck officers that help you in mining. Some that, but they need appropriate officers that help you with mining, not just. I'm going to put a beloved character that has nothing to do with mining, and we're going to put him on it. They can use some of these made up characters that they got in this game to be the. All right, let's go ahead and finish this. I'm just going to queue as many of these as possible. Just try to get done with this. Oh my gosh. I mean, he literally he warped in right in front of my station, man. It was like a gift. So now I know he tries to mine up here. I didn't know where I used to hit him every night in another system, and he stopped going in there finally. So now I know he's trying to sneak in these systems to mine. God, I was popping him OPC in that 70 system every night. He was almost my bank. I was taking my morning deposit out every day. They don't watch the show, so they don't. Yeah, they don't. And that should be part of their job, is watching the show and trying to create content around the actual show instead of making the most convoluted mechanics that they can think of and then shoehorning stuff in. That should be part of their job. If they're going to have an arc that deals with Strange New Worlds, they'd better watch every one of those episodes and know the characters and all that stuff. I mean, it seems like anybody who's wanting to do a good job with their job, that would be just a given, but evidently it's not for Scopely.
And I can give them a pass on the very first Strange New Worlds where we got the weird thing where Lyanne's the captain of the strike team and not Una, because the show hadn't even been out. They got I think they got 2 episodes of the first 2 episodes, like the screener stuff that they give affiliates and stuff like that. That they got, that is what I understand. But most of this stuff has been like the Enterprise stuff. It'd been out, a decade. There's really no excuse that what we got there for officers. Like they put Neelix, not Neelix, Phlox is the rare, I mean, as the epic bridge officer instead of T'Pol, which is totally screwed up. And then we got the blue guy instead of either Malcolm or Merriweather. And Merriweather would have made sense to make him a mining officer because of his background. He came from a transport family, lived in space. Now, making him a mining officer would actually make some sense. And then the fact that they did a Wrath of Khan uh, arc, that we didn't get Wrath of Khan, or we didn't get Wrath of Khan uh, Kirk or Spock, is a total joke. Is a total joke. I know they gave us the Commander Khan, but that's not the same, you know. And I think Mr. Tiger, when somebody asked him that in one of the chats, well, what you want, like the 8th or 12th Spock? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, there is no captain in those sets either. We have no captain. They're all none of them have captain's ability. You're exactly right. So this arc needed to be at least one deal longer, so we get those 3 epic officers in the game. You know, is but it's like that. It's like they have a game in mind and they just throw Star Trek on it. It's not really Star Trek themed in the sense that the uh, mechanics or the events or whatever goes by. They have a game in mind that they want to make, and that they just throw. They throw like it's like Halloween. You go to the store and you buy one of these crappy uh, Halloween costumes that have the little cloth goes around you and the stupid little mask. This is what Star Trek is to the game makers. You could go in there and grab any thing at Halloween store, those little ones that they put in the closed down store, and just grab one of those. It doesn't really matter which one, you just put the mask on and put the cloth cape around you, you know. That's pretty much what they do. But I do think the original people who started the game, maybe like year one or whatever, I think there was an attempt to make content that was more based on the actual stuff that they were doing, um, because of the Stella and the Outlaw and stuff like that. That was right towards series. They actually used several iterations of mud. They used the mud from uh, they used the mud uh, from the J.J. Abrams deal. Then they also used the mud from the Enterprise in there as well. Yeah, I agree. It seems like, but that was really before I started playing. That's when we started. Um, yeah, and I would even say when I started playing when we were doing uh, the Ferengi arc is where I was at an ops level where I could actually be engaged with the arc. Before that, I got the little generic stuff that everybody gets. Um, Before you're an ops level, I think it was ops level. I think you had to be like ops 28 level 28 or so to get be engaged with the regular arc. And I wasn't too happy because I hated the Ferengis. So I really think I'm like I don't want any of this crap, you know. And I wasn't real to the point where I didn't know really that the it didn't really matter about who they named the officer. You know, you had to use it like Janeway. There's not a character in Star Trek lore that I hate more than Janeway, and I have to use her every day. I'm using her right now. I'm using her in the crew that I'm right now, and I've got. I mean, it should tell you that I have a song that I've written. Some of you who were on there when I was using the other software, I was able to play my music in it. I wrote a song about Janeway dying from the Klingons. You know, so that should tell you how much I care for Janeway. Now, I wish it was a game that you could stack the characters that you love, and not characters that are designed to do certain things. I wished it was like that. She was in real life too. That's the the thing about it. All the stuff that she projected as the way because she got the job by sleeping with the director. And the director ran off the original lady who they chose, that who was in a like a uh, an academy like an Academy Award winning actress, that they ran her off so Janeway could have the part. Look it up if you don't believe me. Look it up on line about Janeway and how she got the part. She was sleeping with the guy who was directing the pilot. That's how she got the part, because she was a really hokey soap opera actress. She wasn't even a good one. Her show wasn't even that good. My mother watched the hell out of it. That's how I know. I mean, like she go. Well, what's crazy about it? They had it online, but they took it down. But she used to go around making fun of the actress who had the job before her, and she was saying that she couldn't say engage and all this stuff. And then somebody leaked the actual uh, edited footage of the dailies that the woman who played her did, and she could say engage just fine, but she was making fun of her. And when she started doing the Star Trek con stuff, she was making fun of the poor lady. But the truth is that the director ran her off so she could have the part, because he was screwing her. There was some other. I remember there was another actress who said that she was up for Janeway too. I can't remember who it was. That would have been an interesting choice too. But the the original plan, I guess, of the showrunner, not the director who was screwing her, wanted Janeway to be more of like a female Captain Picard, and she was a French lady, and uh, and it looked good. I mean, I can't say it was better than Catherine, but it was different, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a reason to go around and making fun of the poor lady. she didn't really care about doing Star Trek. Her kids loved Star Trek, and that was the reason why she agreed to take the part, because she wasn't a television actress; she was a movie actress. But yeah, the whole story about her and Jerry Ryan is priceless too. Then there was one online. It's not online anymore because it got some traction. It was like the first panel that the actor that played Henry Kim and I don't know, Harry Kim played Harry Kim, and Jerry Ryan were on together. I think it might have been Jerry Ryan's first con type thing she did. There was a panel with her, Harry. I mean, the guy that played Kim, the doctor, maybe the chick that played Brianna, and someone at one of the other cast members. There was like five of them, and so they're taking general questions, and uh, one of the people on the Q&A asked, "Well, I I guess it had to be great to be mentored by Catherine Mordoon, um, and to work with an actress of her stature." And Jerry Ryan said, "Well, not so much. Let's say it wasn't pleasant between us." And then Henry Kim starts, the guy actor that plays Harry Kim, he started crying. And he goes, "We as a cast should have stood up more for you. And the way that woman treated you on the set was unhuman." And the whole story was that she resented that they brought a hot chick to come in and play uh, a character on the deal, because she wanted to be the sole focus of the series. That's the truth. But like, she had that bodysuit, so if she needed to use the bathroom, they had to stop shooting, and she would have to get out of the costume, and then it might take 30 minutes to an hour for her to get back on there, and uh, Kate would say, "Okay, we got to stop everything because the princess has got to pee." Stuff like that, and making it really hard for her as being a new cast member as well. With all these people who'd been on the show for, at that time, like 40 years. So, but it wasn't a pleasant experience. Oh man, I mean, literally, the whole thing got kind of changed because the guy that was playing, I can't pronounce it. I always pronounce the guy's name wrong in the series, but uh, I'm trying to think of the actor's name. But he hated playing that role, and he every time it got renewed, he was like, but he was the highest paid cast member because of his previous acting stuff. He got paid more than Kate, I think, and so he hated it because the character was not the character they sold him on when he agreed to do the series, and so he was hoping after every thing that they would go ahead and just cancel the series, and he would. No, it wasn't Tuvok. It was y'all gonna laugh. I say his name wrong. The Chavote or whatever. That dude. He hated that role, and he'll even say, you can go on YouTube and he'll tell you that. But he basically did it for a check, and he hoped that every year when the renewal came up that it wouldn't be. Yeah, the actor that played him, he hated that role because he was sold a lot stronger character than what he ended up being, like. Because if they played true to his character from the beginning, after Janeway meddled with maybe after the second or third civilization she meddled with and almost got them killed, he would have stuck her through an airlock. He did at the beginning, but in the end, he was like a lapdog in the end. But if he would have, yeah, he was a marquee. And in the beginning, he was strong, but then they made him into a lapdog. But yeah, he would, if he would have played true to his character, Janeway would have been killed after the second, maybe the second to the last episode or something of the first season, where he puts her through airlocks and lets her die because she's such a horrible captain. Pretty much, except for maybe Brianna. And I guess maybe the Catherine wasn't mean to her because she had that crazy makeup on. Yeah, Torres, Brianna Torres. Yeah, she didn't. She didn't. For far as I know, I didn't hear her say anything bad about Kate. But I heard. I've always wondered if the reason why that Cass girl got ran out was the same reason. I wouldn't be surprised. I've never heard anybody talk about it. And that was kind of a weird storyline too. That 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 storyline doesn't really bode well today if you really think about it. But yeah, Voyager, and Discovery are the only two that I stopped watching in real time because I just thought they were awful. And when I went back and watched the series again during the arc, and I realized that the storylines weren't as bad as I thought they were. Remembered them, but it was just I just didn't like Kate. Kate was just hard to stomach. Her whole attitude on everything, and to me she was unlikable. I've rewatched Enterprise several times. That series gets such a raw deal in the history of deal. I think Archer was one of the best captains that uh, that was any of the series. I'm just sitting there letting this thing gather some more. You're wondering why, even though I've got the whole thing done, I'm still doing these. I'm just biding time to get a little bit more crystal before I send it back. I want to get 100,000 of it. That'd make it easier for me to mine it later. And it mines it really fast. Already, like I said, I almost got 100,000 of it already. Because when I get down, I'm going to send it into either gas or and finish those completely. I need to turn my AC on. Dang, it's hot in here.
But I tell you one that doesn't age well, and this is going to be a controversial take. The one that doesn't age well to me is Star Trek Next Generation. There were a lot of bad episodes that, like back in the day when it was on, that you kind of forgive because you got Star Trek back again on TV, and you kind of forgave it a little bit. Uh, I used to say that it was my number one series, and then maybe Enterprise or Strange New Worlds would be number two. I would going back and watching some of those episodes now, I would bump it to number three, and then be back and forth on which one I like better. And New Worlds could screw it up because I know they're going to do some stupid ass dance episode this season. They've already kind of leaked that. It's going to see how they do it, but that whole singing episode was so stupid. Usually the episodes that the chick that plays Hora Cuban Good Jr.'s daughter, if it's an episode central around her, it's usually a bad episode. Okay, we got it now. Let's send them both back. Yeah, I mean, Strange New Worlds, thought was really good for the most part. There's, like I said, there's been like the stupid singing episode, and they had that episode where she's humming to the thing and it unlocks the key to talk to it. That one was kind of dumb, but for most of them are pretty strong. Um, oh yeah, the episode about where Spock and his fiance does the body switch one was pretty stupid too. That was a dumb episode, but it was an unwatchable episode, but it was kind of a dumb premise. But you like Pike, you like Ensign Mount as Pike. You like most of the characters in the series are pretty good. I think it's easier for them to write the series now because they're only doing 10 or 13 episodes versus back in the day where they had to do 24 episodes for a season. So in a sense, it's a little bit easier for them to write. They can actually storyboard the first season, the first episode to the last episode, and build upon that instead of, oh no, Jordy lost his visor or something, some dumb episode that, they don't have to do that. They had to do that in the Next Generation because they had to fill 24 episodes. And but they did have some really meaningful Next Generation episodes, ones that really defined their character, like the one that kind of blows me away every time I see it is the episode where they meet some kind of probe that's like an archive of civilization, and it zaps Picard, and he becomes one of those people, and he lives like a whole lifetime and like a 15-minute span in real time, and he gets to see how those people lived and all that stuff. That was a pretty cool episode. But if we really think about it, after the Borg incident, they would not let Picard captain a ship ever again. because that's like the third time some entity have taken over his mind in some way or another, including the one I just talked about. He'd be he would be like the head instructor at the academy or something, but he wouldn't be on the starship anymore. Yeah, yeah, it was like that. So they had to fill episodes. They had probably had like a main story arc they wanted to get done during the season. And then they had to fill episodes in between. And that's where you would get some of the weirder episodes. But they don't really have to do that like on Strange New Worlds, or they if Discovery would have just been good, then the same thing there. But it wasn't good after the second season. And the only reason I don't make Discovery the worst Star Trek series ever, because we got Strange New World, and that first season was really good with Lorca and their Mirrorverse. It was really good. I thought that part was really good, even though I didn't ever like the main character. Yeah, in some ways I would agree with that, especially after he got his mind screwed with so many times by alien entities. I mean, if you can really think about it, even the movie, the one where they had, what was the name of the movie? The one they had Tom Hardy play the Romulan cloned version of Picard. I can't think of the name of that movie. Let's take a look at everything before we go out of this. Oh, here's another 70. Did he actually come back again? He sure did. What a dummy. I should have not lit him up. I should have waited till I got closer. He may not be on the channel. He may have just sent this thing in here. All right, let's move out of here. So we're done with faction hunts. That's going to give us some nice pulls in this. To me, that's the only thing that's worth in the faction hunt now is the recruit. For me, so for other people who need the faction credits, who need some of the other stuff in there, it is a good source of faction credits. I won't lie to you. But you have to be careful if you don't have your reputation locked out at your appropriate level, you can set yourself back big time. So you may only be able to hit one of the factions. Now I had a guy that he goes, "Oh man, you're doing it wrong. You can go into the system here, and I'll show you where it's at actually. Where's Klingon? We'll go. We need to go to the Romulan Klingon border. Okay, there are some systems in here that have like transports the other, like this one. This one has Romulan and Klingon space. There's one right there. We'll come back and get him here in a minute. But they don't give you negative reputation. But the problem is that the milestone events do. So you could go do your best, come in here and clean all these up, get all the points for them. They're bigger ones than this one. This is one of the smaller ones, actually, I think. No, that's the biggest one. Is it these ships here?
These skirmishers. Like, oh, is this in Romulan or yeah, this is oh yeah, this is in Romulan space. You hit these skirmishers and you don't get negative rep for hitting them. But when you score in the event, they do have negative deals. So you could end up wiping yourself out a week's worth of grinding if you didn't play this right. That's like I said, I used to call this event instead of faction hunt was rep killer. And I believe that's why they design it the way that it is for people who don't think about it a little bit. But it does pay if you're triple locked in one of your dual locked or triple locked in one of your wherever you're at in your game, then you can do two of them or three of them if you got all three locked out. And it won't matter, but it will if you're not. You can sit there and put yourself back weeks by doing the event. All right, let's find a place to dock. It doesn't really even matter. Let's look and see who else is in here though first. I always look to see who's in the system. I'll park right next to him. Kind of freak him out a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to send. We're gonna have to probably change ships because usually it's kind of the opposite. Well, that system and every one of them is the opposite faction. So I'm probably gonna go Klingon and Romulan and Romulan and Federation. So let's go the Romulan first. I'm going the 70 system. You can see right now if I use my Federation ship, I don't have it. I don't have the hazard protection. So what I'm going to look for, I'm going to put my Klingon ship in here, and then I'm going to change some stuff around. Let's see, where's it at? Here it is. This should get me where I need to go. I think it's probably an asteroid, so I should have looked. But I think I remember that from the last time I was in here. And you can see I've got my... Oh, I put my... Gosh, dog it. Pushed the wrong ship there. We do need to put T'Pol in here. I'm going to put T'Pol in the far seat. And I'm going to put Hoshi in the other seat. Because I think I'll still have enough crew. Where's Hoshi at? Okay. Whoops, T'Pol. Hoshi needs to be here. And T'Pol right there. Okay, so let's send it. Okay. Why are these guys doing Zindi stuff tonight? There's like an event, I think it's on Wednesdays, that uses those, and they can. Well, I'll take that back. He might be trying to farm get enough things so he can get something for the alliance tournaments. Because I actually even said that's what I was going to do if I would have had another pull, another task. So that could be the factor in there. All right, so I'm going to look at the events one more time. I need to go into freebooter space, do that. And what is this? The end of con. What are these? Special unlock Unlocked a special. Are they talking about these? I already did one of those on. Was it one? Are they talking about this stuff here? I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's not. I don't see an event in there. I'm not gonna buy it just to do the event. Screw that shit. Augment reputation. Of course, they're gonna sell it now when a bunch of us already earned it. The way of Scopely. Why earn it when we can just sell it to you? Normally, I would be mad at that because I've grinded my ass off the first week and a half of that arc, so I'd have all the reputation done on it, and now they're selling it in the store. Now they're selling it in the store. I've done it already a couple of times already, but still, it kind of irks me every time I see it because I wanted to get the, I guess it was superior level as quickly as I could get so I could do those missions you see me do. So I spent the first week and a half grinding my butt off up in that space, in that 68 space, trying to uh, completely finish the reputation, and I did. But it's like they don't. Oh, here we go. Finally got these. So we can do some of these. If you, what do you? Okay, three things I need to do, and I'll let y'all be the. I'll let y'all vote on which one you want to see me do. Okay, I need to get some Gorn loot. I need to. I want to go on the silent enemies, and I didn't notice there were parts in that thing. The only thing I ever focused on was uh, the disruptors in that you got in there. I need to make that run, and I can show you the crew that would use to do it. Um, and also, I got these those Revenant solo armadas. So if there's anything in any of those, I mean, most of the other events I've got going. I don't see anything an event for that would score this. So I guess you've got to buy those in the store. Score the event by purchasing the End of the Wrath con. Okay, yeah, oh, that's what it is. Damn, man, I don't really have it. There's not enough in here to really make a difference on any of these officers, though. So I really don't feel bad about not spending on them. Yeah, I didn't read that part of it. I just saw that. I just clicked on this part. Usually, this is enough to tell you what you need. But yeah, basically, they want you to spend $300 for that stuff inside there. That's not really worth it. In this cat's opinion, at least. You got 8 hours. Okay, I'm gonna see how close I am to pulling another research here. If there is, I'm gonna try to score higher in that event. This is what I need done right here. So I guess yeah, if I pull one of these, I'll get enough to Ah, man, I meant to use some of those speed ups, and I don't like doing that, but it'll give me a chance to score in the event. Oh, I got enough crystal from the. Okay, I don't have to go back there now. Okay, let's go way team. Let's look at the ones with the most loot. Okay, that one gives me 5,000, but that one's gonna cost me the most to speed up too. So I've got 1 day. Let's see. Okay, so we can use this one. Collect. Okay, then we got that. Helps us get that. Let's see what's the next one they give me. Okay, I don't want that one. Let's refresh. Let's go ahead and do Rachel. How many does Rachel give me? Let's see which one between Rachel and Pella. Okay. Which one gives me the most of those? Rachel does. So let's go ahead and do the smart speed up and let it do its thing. Report. That's nice. I get some Rachel Garrett. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's the interceptor one. Let's see what this one. Okay, how many days is it? 4? We can probably speed it up and get her back. Let's put her here. Let's see who they pick. We'll take him out of there. We'll put, and then we'll get Brianna and put her there. Come on, Brianna. Okay, so that's a nice pickup on that. That's what I'm wanting out of that right there. Okay, let's speed it up now. That should give us enough to do a couple, at least that last one, and see what I get. So let's go. Let's do a refresh now. I want the interceptor ones. Okay, let's look at Spock here. See who I need. We just pulled those guys off, so we had a good deal with them. Okay. What about Rachel? Who do I need to have her? Okay, we'll do that one. And let's do another refresh. It sucks when you get the exact same one back. All right, we got enough let's go back into the research now. We got enough to finish this guy off here. So that's good because those are all good researches, but it's tied into this one, the one that I wanted to see what it'd take to finish. Oh, I've got one more. Damn it. Okay, one more of those. Let's see where it put me at in the event. It's got to put me pretty far. Let's see who we need for this one. That was already showing us in progress. I don't remember starting that one. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see where it put us in the event. That should have scored us pretty good because we got 2. Let's see where we at. Put me in 11th. What do I get for 11th? Not anything great. But biggest thing I needed that research material. Okay, let's see what else is in here. We're done, done, done. What is the Reliant events today? Reputation. So that's kind of messed up. They got an event that scores on reputation and you can buy it in the store. Okay. I'm all right where I'm at then. All right, let's get this thing over with. Need to go in the store and see if I got anything I've missed in here. I think I got everything redeemed. Gosh, man, there's really nothing good in this whole thing, man. I'm just doing this because I don't care about any of the other stuff in here. The two things that I care about, I already got all maxed them out and they're not in the store anymore. Okay, let's get that out of there. Go out of here. Can't pull that until tomorrow. Oh, crap. Okay, revenge chips. So that's going to put it right back in this thing again, I think. Or no, that's for the... We've got 3 different currencies rolling in this stupid thing right now. Okay. That goes into this one. What? Come on. You buggy piece of crap. Why is it sending me into the store? I'm going to go completely out of it and come back in again. I'm just going to go in there and get I'm going to get whatever. I'm going to use it for McCoy. Okay. Don't think I have anything else. Nope. All right, so I think we're just pretty much done with the events, guys. So I'm gonna go do a freebooter run, get those points for the dailies, and then I'm gonna start doing some couple of grinds. Where's the wrong ship? Making sure I got everybody where I need it. There we go. I think tomorrow night we'll do some punch up stuff like we're doing the other night where I take one of my smaller ships and go hunting for I'll use my D3 or my D4 and go hunting for 5 starships.
That was a lot of fun the other night. Let's see who's all in here. Come on, mouse. Mouse is kind of acting weird. Okay, I'm gonna refresh. I got something weird going on with the game right now. You see, look at my mouse. What it's. I'm having to do like complete full things to get it to. We just started that for some reason. I guess whatever screwed it up while ago with the page. I'm gonna turn my mouse off and on too. There's nothing on it because I just looked at that. But it did something weird when I was trying to. Okay, that's better. Still a little bit slow, but it's better than what it was. The mouse pad's clear. Yeah, it's still not acting completely right. Yeah, I do that anyway from time to time, but ever since that thing where I was going to the store, no matter what I was trying to do, something happened to it. What I can do, guys, I'm gonna put this on. Uh, let's see if we can put another video on. Okay, and I'm going to trying to see if it's working okay on this side. And it seems like the mouse is something. I think it might have done something to my computer. Needs rebooting now. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the stream right now, and then I'm gonna reboot my computer and come back. So, um, I'll be back on in about 15 minutes.